Oh, hey, did you hear that we've got the reopening date for General Hospital? A couple more weeks, we'll be going back.
Wow, moving all those patients is going to be a nightmare.
Yes, but at least we'll have our own lockers. And daycare will be downstairs, not halfway across town. Sounds like heaven to me.
A good night's sleep sounds like heaven.
Oh, is Emma not sleeping well?
Is that a mom thing? Does everything I say have to be about my daughter?
I'm sorry. No.
I'm sorry. I feel like I haven't slept in days.
Why don't you go home and take a nap before your consult with Dr. Kendricks?
Actually, Robin, you know what? I can take over your consult and, you have your first session with Dr. Brown, remember?
Listen, I am not trying to avoid my appointment with Dr. Brown. It's just that Dr. Hendricks wants me to take a look at those pictures so he can make the decision about the surgery.
Okay, well, why don't I talk to Dr. Hendricks and I can just fill you in?
Because he wants my opinion, not yours. Besides, I think it makes more sense for me to start therapy after we move to General Hospital. I mean, we're going to be slammed for weeks.
There's lots of staff to help getting back to General Hospital, and your treatment should be a priority.
So now you're setting my priorities for me.
Robin, I haven't done you any favors by being in denial about this. If it was any other illness, you would have seen a doctor months ago.
Fine. I'll go to the appointment.
Okay. You know what? I'll drive you over there.
Why? You afraid I'll end up in Rochester? Why is everything I always say to you the wrong answer? If I want to focus on being a doctor, that's wrong. If I say I'll go to the therapy session, that's wrong too.
Robin, I'm on your side here.
I know. I'll go to the session, and you know what? If you want to give me a ride, that's fine.
Okay. Maybe we can leave early and grab some lunch or something.
Take a walk on the waterfront.
Yeah.
Dr. Weiss needs you right away and post-op. The bleeding hasn't stopped.
Go ahead. I'll go to the session, I promise.
Okay, you know what? Maybe I'll talk to Dr. Hendricks and see if we can put off the consult for a couple hours, then you can do it.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
Okay.
Go, I'll be fine.
Right.
Robin, you okay?
I'm procrastinating.
What do you mean? Anything in particular?
My first session with my shrink.
I know what that's like.
I don't understand why I can't get it together and move on. Emma is a blessing. I'm married to the man that I love. I live in a beautiful house I can easily afford. I don't understand where my life went.
If you need help, you need help.
I see these mothers at work, blue-collar jobs, barely have health insurance. They love their babies. Can't wait to spend time with them. Why can't I do that?
I will tell you why, because they don't have the medical condition that you have.
Yeah, but I can't even hold my baby. I don't want to feed her. I don't want to touch her. I don't even want to look at her. I mean, that's awful. I'm a failure as a mother. I'm not doing much better as a wife either. I worked so hard to create this perfect life for myself, and I'm not only letting it slip away, but I'm actively destroying it.
I know what that's like.
How am I supposed to say all that to a doctor?
I didn't want to deal with being bipolar, right? I didn't want to sit in an office while some doctor looks at me and says, "How do you feel? What do you think?" All right? That first session was so difficult for me.
But you did it.
Yeah, you know why I did it? Because I told myself that my kids needed a father more than I needed to pretend that I wasn't sick. I lived for years with manic depression, bipolar, whatever you want to call it. I didn't have a name for it, but to me it was fine because I didn't know what was going on. I was just being normal. You knew me then, right?
Normal? I thought you were just moody.
Well, speaking of moody, you know what? I kind of miss the highs. Yeah. I mean, it's like the feeling of like being able to do anything you want, invincible. throwing money around like it's nothing, making crazy, stupid choices. But you know what I don't miss? What happens after that? The crashes. It's very, very difficult. And I gotta tell you, that's why I stay on my medication. I see a shrink every once in a while. Because I don't want to go through that.
Well, I don't get any of the highs.
Right?
One day is just like the next day. I'm always wrong. Emma's always crying. Patrick's always telling me that I should be a better mother. He even went behind my back to Carly. Can you believe that? And now we have Mercedes 3 days a week to tell me how to take care of my kid. And what? Why are you smiling?
I'm not smiling. What do you mean?
Patrick talked to you, didn't he? Great! No wonder I want to be somebody else.
Okay. Robin, you gotta listen to me. Now, okay? Emma needs a mother. And that's on you. You can't blame Patrick, Carly, or me, or anyone else. You owe it to your daughter to be the best mother you can be. And that's not working right now.
Yeah, I know. I'm just so humiliated, you know?
But why?
I've always found a way to deal with my problems. I've always found a way to get through it, and now what's stopping me is I have everything I've ever wanted.
You gotta do what the doctor says. Or you're gonna get sicker. And you don't want that. You don't want to wind up somewhere that you don't even remember where. Doing things you can't even imagine. I don't wish that on anyone. Especially somebody who I care deeply about.
I'm Lauren Brown.
Robin Scorpio.
I see we're both doctors. Your specialty is research pathology?
Yes, I develop drug protocols for a variety of conditions.
Feel free to sit down.
I don't want to be here.
I get that a lot.
I just need to go home and sleep, I think.
Is your baby crying at night?
See, you did it too. I say something about myself, you automatically assume it's about my baby. Well, to answer your question, yeah, Emma's fine. She's sleeping. She's perfect. Ask anybody.
But I'm asking you.
Maybe you should ask me something else.
Do you think you have postpartum depression?
That's what they tell me.
They?
Yeah, my husband, assorted friends.
What do you think, Robin? Are you happy with your current situation?
No. No, I'm not.
Any idea why?
I'm a horrible mother.
That's a strong judgment to make.
Well, my daughter starts crying. I don't want to pick her up. I mean, if I try to, she just starts crying even more. I've never felt so alone, but everyone seems to agree that I'm the problem.
Do you think you are?
Well, I ended up in a hotel room in Rochester with a stranger, ready to cheat on my husband.